One man changed science forever. He explained why objects fall, discovered the laws that control motion, and revealed the hidden rules of the universe. His name was Isaac Newton, and without him, modern science would not exist. This is the story of Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton was born in 1643 in a small village in England. He was born weak and premature, and many believed he would not survive. His father died before he was born, and his mother later left him to live with his grandmother. Newton grew up quiet, isolated, and deeply curious about how the world worked. Newton later studied at Cambridge University. At first, he was not considered extraordinary, but in 1665, a deadly plague spread across England. Universities were closed, and students were sent home. Newton returned to his village and lived in isolation for nearly 2 years. Most people would have wasted this time, but Newton did the opposite. While alone, he thought deeply about mathematics, motion, and nature itself. This period later became known as the Year of Wonders because during this time, Newton developed ideas that would change science forever. During his time in isolation, Newton noticed something simple. An apple fell from a tree. This ordinary event made him ask an extraordinary question. Why do objects always fall downward? Why not sideways or upward? Newton realized that the Earth was pulling the apple toward it. This invisible force was gravity. He then asked another question. If the Earth pulls an apple, could it also pull the moon? Newton realized that the same force causing an apple to fall was also controlling the movement of the moon and the planets. Gravity was not local, it was universal. Newton did not stop with gravity. He wanted to understand motion itself. Through careful thought and mathematics, he created the 3 laws of motion. The first law states that an object remains at rest or moves in a straight line unless acted upon by a force. The second law explains that force equals mass times acceleration. The third law states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. These laws explain how cars move, how machines work, and how rockets travel into space. More than 300 years later, they are still taught and still used. To fully explain his discoveries, Newton realized that existing mathematics was not enough. The problems he was solving involved constant change, speed, and motion. No mathematical tool could properly describe these ideas. So Newton created a completely new system of mathematics. This system later became known as calculus. Calculus allows scientists to measure change over time, calculate curves, and understand complex motion. Today, it is used in physics, engineering, economics, and computer science. Without calculus, there would be no modern science. Bridges could not be safely built, satellites could not be placed in orbit, space travel would be impossible. At the same time, Newton studied the nature of light. Many people believed that lenses distorted colors. Newton proved that white light itself is made of many different colors. By passing light through a prism, he showed that color is a fundamental property of light. Using this knowledge, Newton built the first practical reflecting telescope. Unlike earlier telescopes, it produced clearer images and fewer distortions. This invention greatly improved astronomy and allowed scientists to see deeper into space than ever before. Newton's discoveries made him famous across Europe. His book, Principia Mathematica, was considered one of the most important scientific works ever written. It explained motion, gravity, and the mathematical structure of the universe in a single unified system. Newton became president of the Royal Society, the most important scientific institution in England. He was later knighted by the Queen, becoming Sir Isaac Newton. This was rare for a scientist and showed how highly his work was valued. Despite his success, Newton was a difficult person. He was extremely private and often suspicious of others. He engaged in long and bitter conflicts with other scientists, including disputes over who invented calculus first. Newton avoided friendships and emotional attachments. He never married and had no children. His life was focused almost entirely on work, study, and thought. For Newton, understanding the universe mattered more than personal comfort or happiness. Isaac Newton died in the year 1727 at the age of 84. By the end of his life, he had become a living legend. The weak child who was once expected to fail had reshaped human knowledge itself. He was buried in Westminster Abbey, a place reserved for kings, queens, and national heroes. This honor was almost unheard of for a scientist. It was a silent message to the world. Knowledge could stand beside power. But Newton's true legacy was not a tomb or a title. It was an idea. The idea that the universe is not ruled by chaos, but by order, that nature follows laws, and that the human mind is capable of discovering them. For more than 200 years after his death, Isaac Newton's laws guided humanity. Engineers used them to build bridges and cities. Astronomers used them to map the heavens. Sailors trusted them to cross oceans. His equations quietly shaped the modern world. Centuries later, Albert Einstein introduced new theories that went beyond Newton's work. Yet even Einstein stood in Newton's shadow. He famously said that if he had seen further, it was only because he stood on the shoulders of giants, and among those giants, Newton stood tallest. What makes Newton's story truly powerful is not just what he discovered, but how he lived. He worked in silence. He struggled alone. He sacrificed comfort, friendship, and love for understanding. And that doesn't mean what he did was completely right. His life was not easy, but it was meaningful. From a single falling apple to the movement of planets and stars, Newton connected the smallest moments to the vastness of the universe. He showed humanity that the same rules apply everywhere, on Earth, in the sky, across space and time. Today, every rocket launch, every satellite, every calculation that explores the cosmos carries a piece of Isaac Newton's legacy. His ideas are still alive, still working, still guiding us. Isaac Newton did not merely explain the universe, he gave humanity confidence. Confidence that the world can be understood, confidence that knowledge can overcome mystery, and confidence that even one quiet mind can change everything.